Hi, my name is Kim and I love Walt Disney World. So I am here to bring you some tips and tricks to help make your visit to Walt Disney World a little smoother. Today I want to talk to you about dining reservations. ADRs, or Advanced Dining Reservations, are when you make a reservation for a table service restaurant ahead of time. And this is extremely important for your trip to Walt Disney World because it's really hard to get same day or walk-up reservations. Not impossible, but it is a little bit difficult. So you want to make sure that you have a plan. When you're planning your trip to Walt Disney World, right now you have to make park reservations, so you already kind of have an idea of which theme park you'll be in on which day. This is going to help you with your plan for dining. You will want to make sure that you have a plan going into making your reservations because you need to know where you're headed. Right now, you can make dining reservations 60 days ahead of time. You can make it for the length of your visit if you're staying at a Walt Disney World resort. If you're not staying at a Walt Disney World resort, staying off property, as it's known as, you may make reservations 60 days in advance, but not for your entire trip. You'll have to make 60 days every day of the trip. But if you're staying at a Walt Disney World Resort Hotel, when your 60-day mark hits for the first night of your trip, you can make your dining reservations for your entire stay. This is really important because a lot of people who visit Walt Disney World frequently know when they can make dining reservations, so all of the good spots tend to go quickly. This is not to say that you won't be able to find a place to dine. So I want to give you a few tips and tricks that can help you with making your dining reservations, not being frustrated, and making sure that you have the best time you can possibly have when you visit Walt Disney World. First, as I said, have your game plan. Know which restaurants you may want to eat at during your stay. And this is important to not only have your restaurant, but also to have a backup plan. You will want to make sure that you go ahead and book whatever your number one restaurant is first. It's really important that you guarantee that restaurant by booking that first. So if that restaurant is the last thing that you're going to do on your trip, a lot of times we like to save our favorite restaurant to the very last so that we have that little last highlight, memorable wrap up. If you do that as well or are planning to do that, make sure you book that first because you want to book whatever your most desired is restaurant first. Second, the morning of, if possible, you want to have My Disney Experience, make sure it's refreshed and updated the night before. You want to have that open and logged in as on your phone as well as on your computer. This is because, and I experienced this firsthand recently, the website glitches, the phone glitches, something is gonna glitch. It's just inevitable with technology and also with if everybody's hitting their 60-day mark at the same time. You will want to make sure you have two devices ready to go. At 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the fun begins. That is when you will start trying to get your reservation. Now, there's a couple of tips here. First, you want to try the time frame. So if it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, try the time frame. But do not get frustrated if your restaurant of choice does not come up during that time frame. Sometimes you have to actually go to times. So if you're looking for breakfast and it's not coming up during breakfast, go in and hit 8 a.m. If nothing is coming up at 8 a.m., hit 8:30, hit 9, hit 9:30. Keep toggling back and forth during the actual times instead of the time frames. This is going to open up more availability. This can also be used for any time you're trying to get a dining reservation. It doesn't have to be at the 60-day mark. If you put in your restaurant of choice that you want to dine at and it is not showing available, you have to try several different techniques. Try time frame, breakfast, lunch, dinner. If that's not working, go into specific times, go back and forth, toggle back and forth, go to, 8 a.m., then 9 a.m., then 9:30, then, 9 o'clock again, sometimes just toggling will help you to get your dining reservation. Also, as I mentioned, have a backup plan. Some places just aren't available. They're just not available. They get booked up very quickly. Maybe you're booking for the first day of your trip, but that first day is the last day of someone else's trip. So they have already booked that day, and it happens. So have a backup plan. I always like to have 2 restaurant choices for each day, my first one and then my backup plan. And I will try, obviously, my first one first. And then if not, I go to my backup plan. But that way I am not like completely frustrated of not getting one, because usually I end up getting the other. So always have a backup plan. Another good tip for getting your dining reservations is not to give up. It can be very frustrating and disheartening if you're not getting the dining reservation that you really want to get. But if it's not there at that moment, and let's just pretend for the sake of argument, it's your 60-day mark and you're booking at 6 a.m. and it's not there, keep trying. Try on your computer, try on your phone, try 2 different sources at the same time. Like that's what I have. I have my computer up, I have my phone up, I'm trying both. Try both, but also try toggling. Don't stay on one screen. The dining selection will often change. It changes while, you're searching. In one moment, it might be there and you go to click on it, poof, it's gone. It might reappear, it's not there at all, and then it reappears. Things change a lot, so keep trying. Another tip is to, let's say you've tried at your 60-day mark, you've kind of messed with it a little bit along the way, nothing, you're not finding anything. Try 48 and 24 hours before the day that you want the reservation, because sometimes people drop their reservations. They need to cancel in advance, or else they're going to be charged for the reservation. Disney charges if you are a no-show and you have a reservation. So sometimes people have it as a placeholder and then they end up canceling it or they end up changing it. And so checking 48 to 24 hours ahead of time, you may be able to find it. Some restaurants also have a walk-up wait list, and you have to get on that kind of first thing in the morning, and you can get on it through My Disney Experience app. You can also try by going to the restaurant directly and asking if they have any availability on their walk-up wait list. And we've gotten reservations through the app same day before. We've gotten them to the Boathouse. We've gotten them to Jungle Skipper Canteen. So, you can get same day reservations. Finally, my last tip, let's say you just can't find the restaurant that you want. My last tip is pick a new one. That's what we tried this trip. We tried eating at only places that we had never been before, because, we're always going to the same ones, and because you always get a favorite, you get a standby and you're like, I want to go back to where I know I like it. And we tried some new restaurants this trip, and now we have some new favorites. So if you can't get the restaurant you want, consider trying something new. You just never know what you might find. I hope that these tips have been helpful to you. If you have any questions or need any additional help about booking your ADR reservations, let me know in the comments. I will be more than happy to help you with anything that might have been helpful to me in the past. Until next time, go out and find your magic. Bye-bye.